Hello! So it is day 2 of the reading rush. It is currently 10:01, and yeah, my day 1 vlog is uploaded. It's scheduled for 12 o'clock, so if you haven't watched that yet, you definitely should. But I don't really know what I want to read today. I feel like I want to accomplish the read a book set on a continent other than where you live, and I have a couple of options. So I have, oh my god, I almost fell. So I can either read Frontlines or Crazy Rich Asians. I'm not really in the mood to reread something, so I don't know if I'm going to read Crazy Rich Asians. I think I'm going to read Frontlines. If I'm not in the mood to read Frontlines, I do have a backup option, and that is Tunnel of Bones by Victoria Schwab, because that takes place in France. So I'm probably going to start Frontlines, and if I'm in the mood for it, then I'll keep reading. But I'm kind of in the mood for, like, a fantasy book, still. Like, the Camelot Betrayal kind of put me in a fantasy mood, so I think I might want to keep reading that. Keep reading fantasy. So, we shall see what I am interested in. I could also read My Lady Jane, because that takes place in England. So maybe I'll try a chapter and see which I'm in the mood for. So, yeah. I'm gonna go make my bed. I already had coffee, which is why I'm getting a little bit of a later start to the day. But I will check in once I have decided what to read, and will update you once I have gotten into the book that I have decided to read. It's been probably like 20 minutes since I last updated, but I made my bed, and I got dressed, and I read the first chapter of both Tunnel of Bones and Frontlines, and I still don't know which to read. Tunnel of Bones was more interesting to me, just because it's a sequel, and so I'm already invested. Frontlines did sound really interesting as well, but it's also frickin' humongous. Like, this book is 550 pages long. So I don't know what to read. I think I'm probably gonna read Tunnel of Bones, just because I'm in the mood for this a little bit more, and I don't know, I just kind of want to read it, like, more. I just said that, but whatever. I do definitely want to read Frontlines, soon, because it was still interesting. It's just, I'm not really in the mood for a war story. I'm kind of in the mood for a more, like, fantasy, paranormal sort of book. So I think I'm gonna read this. It's super short, which is why I'm kind of hesitant to read it, because I don't want to just, like, read it and then be done, like, halfway into the vlog. It's 287 pages, and the font is massive. It's middle grade, so yeah. I'll probably be able to read this, but I'm going to try to pace myself throughout the day, and who knows, maybe I'll read some of this today too. It's just very up in the air. Hopefully today I can leave the house and actually do some stuff. But I don't know, I'm probably just gonna watch TV for a little while, because, it's already, like, 10:30, so maybe it's better that I'm reading a 300-page book as opposed to a 550-page book, but anyway, I'm still really, really excited to read this, and I've had it on my TBR for, like, a year plus, because actually, no, because I read City of Ghosts in June of 2018. So I've been anticipating this book for more than 2 years at this point. So I'm really excited that I've picked this, and I finally have a reason to read it. Oh my god, I realized in my vlog that I said "so yeah" or "but yeah" like 50 times. So I'm gonna try to stop saying it, because it was getting on my nerves, so I tried to cut as much as I could. I said too a lot, but I'm like talking off the cuff. Anyway, I saw the Bookstagram challenge, which is to do a bookish cosplay, and I wanted to include my cats, because I don't want to be in this. And I realized that Tunnel of Bones does have a cat on it, and so does City of Ghosts, but I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to be in a picture today. We'll see. But I do also have the Warrior series by Aaron something. I'll put a picture of it. But my sister and I read those books when we were younger, and they have cats as main characters, so I could take, like, we have multiple books in the series, So I could do one with Lucy and one with Linus, and it would be, I think, really cute. Hopefully this time Instagram won't, like, keep me from doing the 2 pictures in one post, but we shall see. So, goodbye. Hi, so I think it's probably around, like, 2 o'clock, and I'm currently on page 165 of The Tunnel of Bones. I took off the dust jacket, but whatever. I read the, like, 165 pages, like, all in one sitting just now. It is so addicting. I believe when I read City of Ghosts, I read it all in one sitting. I love this series, but also it's, like, very, like, the text is huge, so that's probably why I was able to read it so quickly, and so much of it. But I'm loving the setting. Victoria Schwab is just so good at, like, giving atmosphere, and I love her writing. Atmosphere is, like, one of the things that I love to, like, see in books, because it really just, like, puts you there, and I love it. Like, I forgot to mention this in my vlog yesterday, but, like, the Camelot Betrayal, I loved the atmosphere because it took place in autumn, and it was all just, like, there were scenes where they were in the forest and the trees. She was describing the trees, and then there was, like, a harvest festival. It was so interesting. But anyway, back to this. I'm really, really liking it. I don't really have any complaints. It's very, like, it's probably, like, a more sophisticated middle grade, but that doesn't mean that it's, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to describe it, but, like, I can't. Like, you can tell Victoria Schwab is not a middle grade writer, and that's not an insult. It's a compliment. Like, you can tell that she is, like, a YA and adult author, and she is, like, writing middle grade very well. That didn't make any sense, but whatever. I really want to finish this today, and I will. I'm more than halfway through, but I'm not going to read until later, because now I'm going to do the Bookstagram challenge. So, as I said, I want to do the Warriors series. I'm going to go bother my cats and get them to take a picture, so that I don't have to be in it. But I'm going to go get the books, and then I will show you the outcome in a couple minutes. So, it took a while to do that Instagram picture, but I did it. I had to do 2, because for some reason Instagram doesn't let me post 2 pictures in one post, but I'm getting a new phone, because I literally had the iPhone 6, probably since, like, 2015 or 16, so I'm due for an upgrade. But yeah, I actually really like how the pictures came out. I'm gonna go watch TV, and I will update you when I've read / finished Tunnel of Bones. I think it's around 5 o'clock now, and I'm going to read more of Tunnel of Bones. I think I'm just gonna read up until the next part, and then check in, and then we're probably gonna have dinner, and then I'm gonna finish the book afterward. So yeah, let's get reading. So my mom is currently cooking dinner, and I did get up to part 5 of Tunnel of Bones. I'm gonna put on the dust jacket, because this is just boring to look at. But I'm really, really enjoying it. Like, I really, really enjoyed City of Ghosts, and I'm really loving this book. It's so fun. I love this series. It's so interesting. It's very light, but it's also super dark. Like, it's actually pretty scary, which is weird to say, because it's a middle grade, and I'm not the target audience, but it's pretty scary, like, not gonna lie. I was getting a little creeped out. But it's also just because Victoria Schwab is such a talented writer. Like, I can picture everything she's describing, which is a reason that I love her books. I don't always love everything about them, but there's no denying that she's, like, an amazing writer, and I can always fully imagine everything that she is talking about. So that's good. We got the backstory of the main antagonist in this book, the ghost that they're trying to avenge, and it was so sad. That was the part that was really scary, but it was also really, really sad, because it also brought in something that happened before, and I loved the foreshadowing. It was done so well. So I loved that. I love Cass's cat, Grim. Like, hello. He's so cute. I just want him. Even though I have 2 cats, but he's just so cute, and honestly, goals. Like, I love them. And this series, it's, like, really interesting because I heard V.E. Schwab, Victoria Schwab, talking to Kiersten White on V.E. Schwab's Instagram, like, interview series, and they were talking about how writing middle grade is actually harder than YA. And I can see that as someone who has written 4 YA books. Not, like, published, but I've written them. And I'm working on them and stuff. I can see how middle grade would be harder. I do have a couple of middle grade book ideas, and I've been hesitant to write them because it's a lot to take on. You have to, like, make it understandable for young readers. You have to make it relatable to young readers. And it needs to be, like, there's basically one plot point running throughout this whole book. And it's, like, very fast-paced, and that's something that's hard to do, while also keeping the emotional, and, like, character things there, while having all the beats. It's way harder to do in middle grade format, because you have to sort of stick to a certain length, you have to keep the pacing pretty quick so that you don't lose the reader's attention. You don't want to be too overly descriptive, so your verbiage, or your, like, I don't know if that's the right word, but the words you choose is, like, very, like, specific. Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I don't speak English. I love the way that Victoria Schwab does this, especially as someone who has read her YA and her adult and her middle grade. I love to see how her writing changes. It doesn't, like, it's not drastically different, but there is a shift, and I love seeing that. So, it just really proves how good of a writer she is. So, I'm loving this. The atmosphere is so good, which is why I'm kind of trying to, like, savor this book. I love the French setting. I've only been to 2 other countries in my whole life. So, I've never been to France, and I've never been to Scotland, which is where book 1 took place. Oh my god. That's where book 1 took place, and I loved the setting. And I love the setting even more in this book. They go to the catacombs, which is the Tunnel of Bones, which is on the cover. It's so eerie the way Victoria Schwab describes it. And one of my other favorite books that is set in France is The Gilded Wolves by Roshni Chokshi, and the characters also went to the catacombs in that book. I just love the catacombs, apparently. Maybe there are catacombs in one of the books that I've written. But yeah, I loved it. I love all the characters. I love even her parents. They're just, like, there, and I love that they're there. Like, because a lot of the times they get killed off or they're, like, really terrible. But they're great parents. They love their daughter. They're really cool. I think they're awesome. I love her cat. I love some of the other side characters. I love the antagonist. I love Jacob. As I said, I love Grimm. Cass is a great narrator. I'm just really having a fun time, and I cannot wait for book 3, even though I'm probably gonna be very behind on reading it. But, yeah. Oh my god, I did it again, the but yeah, so yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go help with dinner, and then I'm going to eat dinner, shower, and finish Tunnel of Bones, and I will update you once I have completed the book. So I look pretty rough right now. But I'm going to go finish Tunnel of Bones. I don't even know how many pages left. Like, 50? Maybe? I don't know. I can't do math. So I'm gonna go finish it. I'm really excited. I'm kind of upset that it's ending, but it's also really exciting that I get to find out what happens. And then I'm just gonna be anticipating the 3rd book until it comes out in March. So, love that. But it's really cool because it's, like, thunderstorming right now, and I feel like it is gonna put me in the mood to read this sort of creepy book. So I'm really excited, and let's get reading. So I finished. I literally teared up at the ending twice, and I may have shed a tear, but I finished Tunnel of Bones by Victoria Schwab. And I really loved it. I think I'm going to settle on a rating of 4.5 stars. We got to see one of the characters' backstories, and it was so sad. And I, like, yeah, I don't know, it just made me a little bit sad. And it was very... It's rough. This book deals with a lot of stuff. for a middle grade especially. The only reason I didn't rate it 5 stars is because I wish it was longer. I know it's a middle grade, but I feel like this would have been a great 350 page book. We could have really fleshed out the ending a lot and gotten more of like the heart of Paris. Like, I wanted more Parisian atmosphere, I guess. Even though what we got in this book was already really good, I do wish there was a little bit more, and I would have encouraged Victoria Schwab to add in a little more, make this book a little bit longer and like fatter, I guess. Not like fatter in actual page length, but just like more, just more. But I really loved it. I thought it was great, and I cannot wait for book 3, which comes out in March, and I will be anxiously awaiting it, hoping that I might get my hands on an arc, hopefully. But that is it for today. I finished 2 books, and we're on day 2, so love that. It still doesn't really feel like the reading rush, and I don't know why. I'm just gonna assume that it's because my sister's not here. But also, it's been a super weird summer. It's been a super weird week. It's been a super weird year. So I guess it just happened that the reading rush is feeling a little bit weird and different, but I'm hoping that it will get better as the week goes on. Not that I'm having a bad time, it doesn't feel like it has in years past, and I don't know if it's me or if it's the world. I'm hoping it's the world because I want to be excited and I want to like have a lot of fun. So I'm trying my best. But I'm gonna go watch Cursed or some other thing with my family and edit this vlog. Yeah, check the description. There's a bunch of stuff there, information, and just things that you might need to know. But that is it. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!